character conjured from the minds of those who wished to mystify. From that day on, John the Baptist has been a real living character. So real to me it seems as if I can now actually see him walking the streets of the village and countryside and receiving the instruction of those great souls about him. The same as we walked the streets of the village and countryside that day, yet not able to grasp the fundamental truth of it all. After tramping all day, listening to the most interesting historical occurrences and hearing records read and translated on the very spot where the incidents took place thousands of years before, we returned to the village just before dark, thoroughly tired. The 3 friends who were with us and had walked every step of the way as we had walked were not showing the least sign of fatigue or weariness, whereas we were begrimed, dust-laden, and perspiring. They were cool and at ease. Their garments were as white and fresh and spotless as when we started out in the morning. We had noted during all our journeys with these people that none of their clothing became soiled. We had remarked about this a great many times, but had received no reply until this evening when, in answer to a remark made, our friend of the records said, "This may seem remarkable to you, but it seems more remarkable to us that one speck of God's created substance adheres to another of God's creations where it is not wanted and where it does not belong. With the right concept, this could not happen, for no part of God's substance can be misplaced or placed where it is not wanted." Then, in an instant, we realized that our clothing and our bodies were as clean as theirs were. The transformation, for to us it was a transformation, had taken place instantly to all 3 alike while we stood there. All fatigue left us, and we were as refreshed as though we had risen from bed and had our morning bath. Here was the answer to all our questions. I believe we retired that night with the deepest feeling of peace we had experienced at any time thus far throughout our sojourn with these people. And our feeling of awe was fast giving place to the deepest love for these simple, kindly hearts that were doing so much for the benefit of mankind, or their brothers, as they call them. We began to look upon them as brothers. They took no credit upon themselves, saying it was God expressing through them. Quote, "Of myself I can do nothing. The Father that dwelleth within me, he doeth the work."